Welcome back to what I'm referring to as the YouTube no one watches. It matches the podcast no one listens to, and it incidentally also matches the blog but no one reads. I have kind of a theme going here. Anyway, for those of you that are watching, under five of you, but thank you so much. Um, in the 1990s, I was actually a disc jockey for an alternative radio station, which means that generally most of my stuff veers from 70s to 80s to early 90s, but I listen to so much alternative music, as a disc jockey, that some of it actually seeped in a little bit. And one of the songs that did manage to seep in through during those times was Eve 6's Inside Out. A couple notes here. Eve 6 was, of course, a character on The X Files that the band adopted and used as their band name. It was one of the earlier, I think, season 1 episodes. Another thing is, the discussion about origami that goes in there. And some of you may know this, some of you may not. I've worked in customer service now for about 20 years. And if you work in customer service for 20 years, you've done a lot of different customer service jobs. And one of the customer service jobs I did was working for a bank and working on credit cards. So I'm sorry. I've worked for a lot of really horrible things and stood up for a lot of weird things on the phone during customer service. Anyway, one of the most freakish things I ever saw was Origami Guy when I was working as a representative for the credit card company. And one of the things about Origami Guy was he would sit there and do folding origami, incredibly complex origami, while talking to people. And, you're sitting there never more convinced that anyone is probably going to become a serial killer than Origami Guy. I remember once he was making this ball just out of folded paper, and he would sit there and fold it all day. And the fact that he knew and had planned the ball to have exactly 256 points to it and be able to roll, the thing was completely hollow and made out of origami on the outside. You have no idea how unnerving this was to watch him simply calmly talk to customers about their credit card statements while making origami ball. So, there's never a good way to go into it, but that's just my thoughts on thinking about Inside Out, and of course remembering being a DJ at the time, late nights on Friday and Saturday nights. So here is, without much more ado, Eve 6's Inside Out. And just begin, whatever. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, I lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Want to put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spit around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous and I'm through with you. I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see your time has gotten stale. Tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases. I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside, I'll find nothing but faith in nothing. Want to put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous and I'm through with you. So cow's where my mind states, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not as ugly sad as you. Or am I origami, folded up and just pretend, demented as the motives in your head? I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Would swallow my doubt, turn it inside, I'll find nothing but faith in nothing. Want to spin my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous and I'm through with you. Rendezvous and I'm through with you. I am alone, I'm the one you don't like. You don't need a head to feed your ego. Make being blind when your eyes close. Sink when you get close. Tie me to the bedpost. I am alone, am the one you don't know. You don't know you need me. Make me blind when your eyes close. Tie me to the bedpost. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Turn it inside, I'll find nothing but faith in nothing. I want to put my tender heart in a blender. Watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous and I'm through with you. Now I'm through with you. Through with you. Rendezvous, now I'm through with you. The one nice thing about this song is you can karaoke it, and it, doesn't sound marginally worse than it was actually sung the first time. So, anyway, join me again next week, you half dozen devoted followers, and have a good week. Love you.